Welcome back to Chokitable Media. In the following clips, you will see the statements of the security agents in their meeting, passing the message of the government down to the people. The government has chosen to say that they are going after those who they believed are the sponsors of the hashtag #bad governance on the watch list of the security agents and block their bank accounts to cripple them and arrest them whenever they see them arrive in the country. Kemi Nandam, a lady controller general of Immigration Service, made this known to the public at the meeting of the security services and the service chiefs at the headquarters, the defense headquarters in Abuja. Let's hear from this madam and what she has to say.
Some of these sponsors, some of these people who are actually in diaspora, we have a number of them who are actually instigating this mayhem that we're seeing right now. What we've done is we've had them on our watch list and they've been watch listed. We have them on our radars and we're making sure that any attempt they make to come into the country will notify the necessary authority. And we're working closely, of course, with the NIA and DSS, of course, and the NSA's office, so that all those we have in diaspora that are actually trying to subvert the authority of this nation, they are in our radars. We have them watch listed, and any attempts they make to come into the country will be notified, and we'll also know what to do. We'll notify the necessary authority. So in essence, we're also making sure that everyone who is not supposed to come into the country, any person who is of interest in terms of these activities going on right now, we will make sure that as they come in, they are handed over to the necessary authority.
You also see here the DSS spokesperson speaking, Mr. Peter Afunaya. His speech at the meeting is very interesting. He was also talking about this subject matter, #handback governance, the protest, the sponsors, their movement, their money, virtual money, physical money, the Russian flags. Like the Nigerian way, they said they distributed agents all over the land and the sea border, and they are monitoring the intelligence space to catch their victims as soon as they see them. Threat here, threat there. Be careful, guys. It is Nigeria. Watch out. And the police spokesperson also spoke on this matter as well. Let's watch all of them together and run our conclusion. But be careful out there when you do your protest. Be careful. Be careful. It is Nigeria.
The fundings are there. But let me even shock you that people are leaving the banking space to virtual currency. And people are using crowdfunding to raise money. People are using things other than the currency that you know of, channels of transaction, to do bitcoins, to do virtual currency, to do all manner of things to raise financing. But we are tracking all of that. The NIFIU is doing so much. Our Directorate for Proceeds of Crimes and Recovery Management is doing so much. Our Economic Intelligence Directorate, all our operations, and in fact, all our structures are geared towards extracting intelligence that will disrupt the networks of either the espionage agents or the subversive agents. But definitely, the small children you are seeing are the pawns on the chessboard. The real persons behind them, we are on track of such persons. Some of them are already in our net.
Protest. Police speaks tough against display of foreign flags, condemns clamor for military takeover. As police totalize individuals sponsored to trigger crises in Nigeria. The Nigeria Police Force has issued a stern warning against the display of foreign flags during protests and calls for a military takeover, categorizing such actions as treasonable felonies under Nigerian law. This follows a wave of violent protest, particularly in Bauchi, Kano, Kaduna, and Katsina states, where protesters brandished foreign flags. Ongoing investigations reveal that protest organizers in the states mentioned above are luring innocent children into participating in these unpatriotic and criminal acts. Over 90 suspects have been arrested, including tailors who sold the flags and their sponsors. Efforts are on the way to apprehend others who sponsored the production of the flags and fueled these treasonable acts. The display of foreign flags and calls for a military takeover constitutes a clear treasonable offense, revealing the motives of protest organizers to destabilize Nigeria's democratic government. This aligns with actionable intelligence on the tactics of fifth columnists and non-state actors exploiting economic hardship protests to further their nefarious goals. Tensions from the ongoing protests have eased following President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's address on August 4, 2024. However, some groups persist in subversive campaigns in the form of violent and unlawful protests characterized by the destruction of public infrastructure and private property, looting, display of foreign flags, and calls for a military takeover. These individuals and groups will be treated as subversive agents and charged accordingly. The Inspector General of Police of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, IGP Olukayode Adeolu Egbetokun, PhD, NPM, has directed Deputy Inspectors General of Police for the Northwest and Northeast Zones, DIG Balach Roma PSC and DIG Bello Makwashi, to take charge of operations in the states within the two geopolitical zones where subversive campaigns are ongoing under the guise of protests. They are tasked with stabilizing the situation and preventing further violence in the affected states. The Nigeria Police Force reiterates that the use of foreign flags during protest and openly calling for a military takeover of the government is a capital offense under Nigerian law. The police cautions Nigerian youth to be wary of individuals and groups turning protests into business ventures funded by local or foreign sponsors aiming to destabilize the country. Evidence shows that these sponsors have paid significant sums to exploit the hardship protest, brainwashing and misleading innocent children into aiding this campaign against the government. The Nigerian Police Force salutes Nigerians who have refused to participate in and indeed spoke out against the ill-timed protest out of sheer patriotism and belief in the government's genuine efforts to put the country on the path of economic recovery and growth. We also acknowledge the patriotism of those who peacefully participated in the protest but withdrew when they turned violent, and those who heeded the President's call to embrace dialogue by withdrawing from the protest. The Nigeria Police Force remains committed to maintaining peace, protecting the nation's heritage, and working with the public to ensure the safety and stability of this great country, Nigeria.
Watch out. This is Chukitibo Media. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Like, share, and love them. Put on the notification button. God bless you as you do. See you next time. Let's watch.